Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. Now joining me is Mr. Lin Cope. Thanks for filling in for Charlie this morning, Lin. I know I had to pull your arm a little bit, but here we are. The room's filling up. There's a lot of people here today. We're excited to sell some cattle. But before we go into it, tell us a little bit about the markets and what we can expect in today's auction.
Well, today, normal run, few Holsteins. We're going to the Southern Plains, yearling steers and heifers. We'll sell a pretty good string of Florida calves. Go into the northern and western feeder steers and heifers, then finish up with some bred stock. We'll be out of here pretty early today, noon maybe.
I think it's because everybody's kind of gearing up for our summer sales. I know that we like to go on the road and we get to see a lot of people that we don't normally see. But, you know, this is a time where people really need to take part. And there's a lot of people who participate in the buyback program. That's what summer's about, too. You know, you see a lot of the ranches like 44 Farms, Riverbend, they're all out there participating in that. But what can you encourage cattlemen to do and take part in these Superior auctions gearing up for summer sales?
Well, gearing up for the summer sales, the reps are working hard, and the people in Brush and Fort Worth both preparing. A lot of those calves, strings of weaned calves in the north, and historically sell in July and August, and all the VAC programs, all the Gap 4 programs, naturals, they're really gearing up, and those bull producers, like you mentioned, are very interested in buying some of their calf crops, and some of the biggest premiums we've seen all spring have been in the natural and Gap 4s.
You know, Lynn, some people they're watching at home and they're like, I don't know much about Mr. Lin Cope. So tell us a little bit what it is that you do for Superior Livestock.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's talk about the market. I wanted to give you some positive news about the market. The prevailing thinking is we have too many fat cattle and more than ever, but I would encourage people to look at the export numbers and how huge that's been in some of the packer P&Ls. And this market today, I would be expecting from 2 weeks ago to be quite a bit higher. The cash markets are just inching up, and yesterday with the board, the positive closes, some of those markets were sharply higher by the finish. So we're expecting a good market today.
Some people, they get a little discouraged with the volatility, but we always like to talk about that's just a part of being in the business and commodities and things like that. But the best place to sell your cattle is with Superior Livestock because it's true price discovery right here.
There's no doubt about that. Just look at the number of registered buyers. It's hard to argue with the math. So there you have it.
It definitely is. Well, thanks for being on with me this morning. I can't wait for another time when I get to pull your arm and be like, guess what, Lane, you got to be on with me.
I did something wrong. I'm not sure what.
Don't worry, you're not in trouble. You're not in trouble. Well,
All
thanks
right.
again.
Yep,
when we come back, a very special guest. Don't go anywhere.